You didn't waste money today, so why do you still feel broke? Nothing extreme happened. No big purchase, no obvious mistake. And yet, something feels off, like your money is quietly disappearing in ways you can't fully see. Not in one moment, but in hundreds of tiny, forgettable ones. And the worst part? You have a feeling it's been happening for years, without you ever noticing. So the real question is, what are you doing every day that's secretly costing you everything? The pattern you can't see. Because it's not that you don't earn enough. It's not that you're careless. And it's definitely not that you're bad with money. It's that no one ever showed you where it actually leaks. You see it in small things first. That subscription you meant to cancel, still running. That, "I'll start saving next month," repeated so many times it's basically a habit now. You watch people around you upgrading their lives. New phone, better place, random trips. You tell yourself you don't need those things. But a part of you wonders how they're doing it so easily. You've opened your bank app before and scrolled through transactions. Not to track, just to feel in control for a moment. But halfway through, you stop. Because it's not one big number that scares you. It's how normal everything looks. $4.99 here. $12.99 there. $79 that felt justified at the time. Nothing feels reckless until you zoom out. And when you do, it hits differently. This isn't random. This is a system. A quiet loop repeating every month. Earn, spend, reset, and each time you promise, next month will be different. But next month comes, and nothing really changes. Time is slipping too. And this is where it gets uncomfortable. Because it's not just about money anymore. It's about time. Weeks turning into months. Months turning into years. 3 years of saying, "I'll start soon." 5 years of thinking you're just one step away from control and still feeling like you're at the beginning. But here's what most people never realize. You weren't supposed to notice this. The system isn't designed to make you aware. It's designed to feel normal. Autopay exists for a reason. One-click buying exists for a reason. Buy now, pay later exists for a reason. Not to help you, but to remove the friction that used to protect you. Because earlier, spending required effort. Now it requires a thumb. And when effort disappears, awareness disappears with it. You didn't become careless. The game just changed. And nobody told you. The invisible upgrade trap. And what makes it worse is how subtle it is. Lifestyle inflation doesn't feel like a jump. It feels like a reward. You get a raise, so you upgrade something small. A better apartment, a nicer car, more convenience. And suddenly your normal costs more. Without you ever deciding it should. And this is where it gets interesting. Because the problem isn't your income. It's that your expenses learned how to grow faster than it. Nobody taught you to defend the gap. And that gap is where everything is decided. The shift nobody talks about. But here's what nobody tells you about money. It's not about how much you make. It's about how much of it you actually keep. You can earn $200,000 a year and still feel stuck. There's a guy who did exactly that. High income, smart, worked hard. From the outside, everything looked perfect. But behind the scenes, every raise came with a new expense. Bigger rent, better car, more nights out. And 5 years later, he had nothing to show for it. No real savings, no freedom. Just a higher cost version of the same life. And then there's the couple who did the opposite. Average income, nothing special. But they made one uncomfortable decision early. They refused to upgrade their life every time they could. They kept their lifestyle steady, while their income slowly grew. And that gap quietly compounded. By their early 40s, they had options most people never reach. Not because they earned more, but because they kept more. Money is behavior, not math. And this is where everything you thought you knew breaks. Because money isn't a math problem. It's a behavior problem. It's identity. It's patterns. It's the small, unsexy habits you repeat when nobody's watching. The people who win with money aren't doing anything flashy. They're doing things that feel almost boring. And that's exactly why they work. Because while everyone else is chasing big wins, they're protecting the small ones. And what happens next is the part most people miss. The shift from reacting to money to controlling it. Every dollar has a job. Because every dollar that comes into your life is like a decision waiting to be made. Most people don't decide. They just let it happen. Money comes in and disappears without direction, but the people who build real stability see it differently. To them, every dollar has a job. It's either building something or slowly taking something away. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. Because now every small decision feels different. That late night order, that random upgrade, that it's just this once moment, it's no longer harmless. It's a trade. The real problem. And this is where it gets uncomfortable again. Because the truth is simple. You don't have a money problem. You have a pattern problem. Your financial future isn't decided by your big decisions. It's decided by your 11 p.m. decisions, the tired version of you, the impulsive version of you, the version of you that just wants to feel better for a moment. That version is quietly shaping everything, and most people never question it. They just keep repeating it. The system working against you. And this is the part nobody likes to hear. Your lifestyle isn't random, it's engineered. Every ad you see, every limited time offer, every upgrade that feels necessary. It's all designed to make spending feel normal, and restraint feel like missing out. Your lifestyle is someone else's marketing strategy working perfectly. And if you don't see it, you play along without realizing it. The unsexy habits that actually work. But here's the shift. The people who win don't try to avoid spending completely. They just become intentional. They slow things down. They create friction where it used to be easy. They question things most people accept instantly, and it doesn't look exciting. It looks unsexy. Waiting 24 hours before buying something, keeping the same phone longer than you want to, letting money sit instead of immediately upgrading your life. Small decisions that feel insignificant until you realize they're changing the direction of everything. The cost of staying the same. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If nothing changes, this pattern doesn't stop. It compounds. 5 years from now, you're not in the same place. You're deeper in it. 10 years from now, it's not just stress, it's regret. 20 years from now, it's not about money anymore. It's about time you can't get back. And the hardest part? You'll be able to trace it back to moments that felt small, moments you didn't think mattered. But they did. They always did. The choice. So now there's a choice. You can keep going the way you are. Keep telling yourself you'll fix it later. Keep letting small decisions quietly shape your future. Or you can do something different. Not dramatic, not extreme. Just aware. Slower. Intentional. Uncomfortable at first. But real. Because this isn't about cutting everything out. It's about finally seeing what's been controlling you all along. And deciding if you're okay with that. So the question isn't whether you can change this. You already know you can. The real question is, how much longer are you willing to pretend this isn't happening? Your move.